excited that you're here. And today we are going to talk about soul purpose and what that really means, what that is, and how you can align more with your soul purpose. Because this is something that I see so often with so many people that I work with, and generally in life. I've experienced this myself, which is knowing within you that you have a purpose, knowing within you that you have gifts, that you have something that is on your heart, a dream on your heart that you want to actualize and create a space for people to be supported through the gifts that you have. And first of all, that is so sacred. And to even be aware of that and tuned into that means that you have come so far on your journey already. However, there can be such a pressure that can build up around this idea of finding your purpose and aligning with your purpose and ensuring that what you're doing is your purpose, which I understand can feel like this treasure map of trying to find what it is that you are here to do with your life. Yet there can be a cycle that can be sort of like caught into around this, which really comes down to thinking that it's one thing and thinking that you have to get it right. Because you are not one thing. You have a unique blueprint, a unique energy to you that is so multifaceted, so multi-dimensional, has so many different parts to it, that your purpose isn't necessarily something that can be described in a couple words or a one-liner. And it's so cute how the human mind wants to do this. And it can be very effective for having an overarching theme of what it is that you love and what it is that you're here to do and what it is that you feel called to. However, something that I really see is offering an opening to allowing yourself to broaden your definition of your purpose. And what I mean by that is, rather than trying to find the thing, the exact title, the exact thing, the exact description of what it is that you do, allowing yourself to let your purpose emerge through you as you go on your path. Allowing yourself to really see what is it that you love at the moment. What is it that excites you the most at the moment? What is it that you would love to speak about and express at the moment? What is it, if you were to look back on your path, and this is something that I'll speak more deeply to in a moment, but what is it that you would look back on your path and say is the key things that you really love and you really enjoy doing and what have helped you on your path? Because I would say that that theme, that energy, more so is the purpose that you're being called to step into and express now. And can you, with that, be a big enough being to allow yourself to also gently hold it, lightly hold it, to embody it, yes. To embody it as, this is what I am doing right now. This may be my forever thing. This may be a part of my journey. But can I give my all to this now whilst also being open to seeing what else comes through as I do this? Because even some of the greatest leaders that we look at who seem like they're doing the same thing, like they're working on mindset, or they're working on healing, or they're working on something specific, if you were to look at who they were, say 5 years ago, to who they are now, even if they're holding the same course or the same mastermind, they are a totally different being. The way that they speak is different. The things that they express are different. The way that things flow through is different. Because they are different and they have evolved. We are in a reality where our consciousness is always evolving. The universe is always evolving. Advancements in our consciousness are always happening. We are always leveling up. So who you are even 5 minutes ago when you began this is different to who you are now. And this can be the opportunity to bring so much freedom to this idea of finding your purpose as not something that you have to find, but rather a journey of doing what you love and allowing your purpose to come alive and express through you and emerge more and more through you. Allowing the gifts of your soul to emerge more and more through you as you go through the path of doing what you love. And with that, what I've seen and what can be so freeing and empowering is recognizing that your purpose is to live true to you and true to your soul. And you can take this on if this resonates, if this is supportive for you, if this really feels like it's activating something within you, which is, if that was your path, if that was your purpose, to live true to your soul, what would you love to do for your work, for your business, for your life? What would you truly love to do at the moment? What is it that you love right now that feels so true to your soul that you could enjoy expressing and sharing and giving to others? What would that experience be like? And how would that change the way that you'd feel about living your purpose or aligning with your soul purpose? Because what really, like, one of the biggest blocks to activating and really living your purpose and aligning with the things and the gifts that are your purpose is pressure. If you think about like having to, the energy, the frequencies of the words of like, I have to find my purpose or I have to do this, it's almost like this like suffocating energy, and that's not how the soul works. That is not how the soul wants to come alive. But the words and the frequencies of what would I love to do? How can I do something that excites me and enjoys me? Now that's the language of the soul. What would I enjoy getting to do every day? What is it that brings my soul alive? And you may have an answer for this intuitively right now. Or you can allow this to just open your channel and open your field to receiving an answer that is resonant for you, that aligns with you. What I truly want to invite you to open to and open your heart to is this idea that your purpose isn't one thing that you have to find and do for the rest of your life. And if we were to subconsciously look at that as well from a subconscious perspective, if your subconscious is trying to find something that it then has to continue to do forever, there can be a little bit of a repulsive energy to that, and then that in the mirror of reality will bring up things that don't quite align because you don't fully want to go all in because you think that it's the one thing that you have to find that has to be perfect and it has to work. And that energy that you can probably pick up on is not something that your soul wants to do. But your soul purpose is this invitation to allow it to emerge through you, to allow yourself to go on this journey of discovery, of alignment with your soul, of your essence, and expressing what it is that is on your heart, what it is that lights you up, what it is that you have embodied and can speak to as being a transformative experience, and what it is that you would love to share with others. And allowing that to lead the way. Because what's actually happening there, and this is coming full circle to what I began with, is your soul purpose is to express your soul, to express you, to express the things that you love and what lights you up, because that is your soul speaking, and that is what your soul came here to do. And something that can be so powerful, and I started to mention this a little bit earlier, is if you're in a phase where you're feeling really stuck, and trust me, I've been there. I've walked this path and I get it, and I feel like we go through these phases multiple times throughout our lives, and it's nothing to be scared of, it's nothing to judge, because it doesn't mean that anything's wrong. It means we're evolving. when we come to this phase where we don't quite know what it is that wants to come through. Oh, this is sacred, like in between phase. And what can be so powerful in that is to allow yourself to get into this space of neutrality and just accept that you're going through a phase of change and that your soul is trying to bring something new through you. And then what can be really powerful that you can do is start to look back on the journey of your life. Maybe not your whole life, but like the more recent years in your life, of where you've really been doing things that align with your soul, where you've really been on your soul journey. It can go back further to some of your first interests and what they were. But I want you to write them out. And then, rather than looking at the surface level of the labels, what I want you to question is, what is it that you loved about that? And start to go a little bit deeper into the energetics of what it is that is underneath that you enjoyed. And start to see from this new perspective what it is that actually you enjoyed about that now. If you were to reflect on that, like what is it, for instance, I looked back at my path and I saw one of the first things I was interested in was nutrition and dietetics. I trained to be a dietitian and a nutritionist. And I was like, what is it about that I actually really loved? Like if I was to look at that now, what is it about that I love about nutrition? And I started to see like it was this return to like this natural way of being, this natural way of supporting your body, of understanding your body and allowing your true essence to come alive through the natural energies of food and giving your body natural food, feeling more aligned with nature. And then I started to see as I went along the trail, I was like, oh, then I studied Ayurveda. Well, that took me even deeper into natural health, but also instigated this ability to heal the body through natural remedies and holistic herbs. And then I started to follow the path and started to see there, I went into like more mindset work and started to go into like holistic wellness and started to see that the mind and the body were interconnected, and then there's the emotions and the spiritual realm, and that opened me up to really seeing, okay, I really wanted to learn about how to support healing and support freedom so that someone could return to their natural essence through all these different categories of our nature, of our being. And I started to continue following the trail and the path, the golden thread of my life. And then it got to this point where I was like, oh, I realized I want to support people to align with their soul and embody their soul gifts and their true essence. And if I was to look at that a few years ago, I would never have gotten to that answer. But because I was looking at from the point of consciousness now with fresh eyes, that's how I started to see what my consciousness, what my soul was trying to bring through me is what interests me, what wants to come alive through me. And that even goes to show that everything on your path serves you. Everything on your path is leading you to the fulfillment of your highest expression of your purpose, which may be now, it may be later, but all of it resonates because it is always teaching you something. So this golden thread ritual can be so supportive at any point where you're feeling stuck or you don't quite know, to allow your soul and your consciousness to reveal to you through the threads of your path, the golden energies that want to come alive through you now. And that is so sacred and so special. And I invite you to really treat it like a ritual to support you to bring more of your soul essence alive and to see what wants to be expressed through you now as your purpose, which is giving rise to your greater purpose, which is to live in alignment with your soul and let your soul come alive fully through this life. Because it is your soul, your unique essence that life wants to see, that we want to see come alive and be expressed, because you have gifts, you have codes, you have energies within you that are here to be expressed, that are so welcomed, so loved, so adored, so valuable to life. And I invite you to shift your perspective to finding, rather than one thing, allowing yourself and your expression of your soul and what you love to be your purpose, allowing that to evolve as you move through your life, and allowing you the opportunity to express who you truly are and let your soul and your gifts come alive, because that is what will lead you to experiencing and living a life that you truly love. So I hope that this supports you. I hope that this gives some more depth to the concept of a soul purpose, to the activation of it more within you, and to knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be right now, and you already have it encoded within you. And by following the golden threads and the things that you love, you already are living your purpose just by being you and discovering what wants to be expressed through you. So I'm sending you so much love wherever you are. If this resonates, I invite you to subscribe or to like or share a comment, whatever you feel called to do. Or you're welcome to share this with anyone else who you feel that this could benefit. And I look forward to hearing from you and speaking to you soon. And I hope that you're having a beautiful day or night wherever you are. Bye for now.